There's been a lot of Cyberpunk 2077 coverage, news, gameplays, trailers, and a lot of hype circulating the game for the past week, especially due to the Night City Wire event that took place, and some people in the gaming industry like journals and gaming veterans are extremely mad at CD Projekt Red for a mistake that was intentionally done by a Quest designer. And there's been a lot of hate, disappointment, and allegations thrown at CD Projekt Red for doing this, and the issue started growing really big that Pavel Sasko, the Quest designer for Cyberpunk 2077, had to step in and take matters in his own hands. So everything started off with this small gameplay clip shown in the recent reveal in one of these side quest activities where you come across these two twins who are basically part of a fight club challenge in the game like we have seen in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Now, Philip Weber, who is the developer that designed this particular side quest, went on Twitter and made a post of how he created these two characters' names, and this is what he said. Number 1, check what left and right means in different languages. Number 2, find esquerdo and cierto in Portuguese. Number 3, use those names because they sound rad. And number 4, profit. Now, after Phillips tweeted this out, people really started getting mad because the names of these two characters in the Portuguese means left and right, whereas esquerdo meaning left and cierto meaning right, but not in the directional kind of right, but this is more of a word that we use in a conversational kind of right, like telling someone that they are right in a way of telling that you're correct. So after people read this tweet, there were all sorts of hates and controversy about this, telling that CD Projekt Red should have hired a real native speaker to translate Portuguese and not just depend on a Google translation tool to create a video game. Now, this is completely understandable, and I do agree why people are really mad, because this could totally ruin the game if languages are not really translated correctly. So CD Projekt Red started receiving a lot of hate after this tweet went public, and Philip was all over the internet getting shitted on by all the video game media critics and journalists, veterans, and also the fans all around the world on how negligent CD Projekt Red is on delivering something without really putting in a proper research into the game. Now, one of these Portuguese native speakers retweeted this on Twitter, mentioning apparently there are two twins in Cyberpunk who are named left and right in Portuguese. But the word they used for right doesn't mean the direction, it means correct. Just a slight demonstration of the importance of native speakers checking your work. So this tweet started going viral and the news was widespread in the community, and that's when Rami Ismail stepped in, who is a very well-known developer and a video game critic. And he basically tweeted out saying, for the record, this CD Projekt Red Quest designer description of not giving a fuck about using languages that you don't know without any native speakers around. And this is how you end up with a twin characters named left and correct. Now, it seems like Rami was extremely upset about the situation. Now, Rami's tweet started getting a lot of attention and people were extremely mad at CD Projekt Red for being so careless, and Pavel Sasko, the man himself, had to step into the situation, and he replied to Rami saying that was an intentional joke, which was approved by our adaptation team and Spanish-speaking representatives. Now, Pavel justifies here, stating that the mistake was indeed done intentionally as a joke. And the CD Projekt Red is totally aware about this situation and have approved to use this joke in the game. Now, since these characters are known to be funny knucklehead twins who named themselves in Portuguese and they have no idea how the Portuguese languages work, and that is basically how these characters were named, and that was completely intentional, and people need not worry about CD Projekt Red not being careful enough as not using a native speaker to translate the game. Now, Rami again replied to Pavel Sasko, throwing another shade at Philip Weber, saying that he should have worded his tweet correctly, as it sounded like that was not the case. Now, the issue does not just stop here. Now, another video game journal named Danny replies to this tweet, confirming that he had been to the CD Projekt Red studios and he had seen a big team of language translators working on this game. So he says that this is definitely done as an intentional joke, as these two twin characters are known to be a knucklehead. Now, since this situation has escalated really far and really big, the Quest designer Philip Weber and CD Projekt Red are receiving a lot of hate about this. Now, it seems like Philip Weber is really upset about the situation, as he intended to make this as a joke, but then it ended up being something really serious and something that might end up hurting the game's reputations. And a few minutes later, Philip again tweeted out stating that some people I don't know decided to drag me in front of their followers. How nice. Well, I invite people to first play the game before making decisions for themselves. So apparently it seems like Grammy's followers haven't stopped dragging Phillips into all these hate and accusations, and the worst part is that they don't even know what the truth is about. And Phillips seems to be receiving a lot of pointed fingers on his Twitter from all the fans around the world. Now this whole situation is not something that should have gotten escalated this big in the first place, but since a lot of famous video game journals and veterans got involved in this, and now CD Projekt Red is having to deal with a lot of hate from the community who have no idea on what the real truth is all about. And if you guys are one of them, then just know that this was an intentional joke, and we don't really have to worry about CD Projekt Red screwing up the languages in the game. So I just wanted to make this video so I could clarify on what the situation is with the Cyberpunk 2077 community and why CD Projekt Red and all the developers for Cyberpunk have lately been getting a lot of shades for something they intentionally wanted it to be a joke, but then some people took this to their fans as a very serious matter, and unfortunately this turned out to be a situation that could end up hurting CD Projekt Red's reputations. Now if you guys did go on and enjoy this video, then please leave a like rating, as that would really help me out. And if you guys are looking for a channel that covers all the upcoming open world games like Cyberpunk 2077, Ghost of Tsushima, Assassin's Creed Valhalla and much more, then make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn that bell notifications on so that you guys don't miss out on my daily videos. I'm also doing a giveaway of Cyberpunk 2077, Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and you can win the digital pre-order codes for these games by staying active on the channel and on my Twitter, and I'll leave my Twitter link in the pinned comment section of this video, so make sure you guys go ahead and follow me there. With that being said, I hope you guys have a blast of a day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Till then, take care fams, and goodbye.